Call of Duty Infinite Warfare beta. Honestly, I didn't think it would happen again, but according to this image right here, it looks like if you go ahead and pre-order the game in stores, you'll actually get a secret code, and that code seems to be related to the beta, which is going to be happening at some point before launch for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. For those of you guys that don't know, last year for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we had the very first multiplayer beta for a Call of Duty title since all the way back in World at War, which is Call of Duty 5, literally years and years ago. And since last year's beta was such a success, I believe the biggest beta ever on a PlayStation console, they're going to be doing it again, it appears, for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. What does that mean? Typically, it means you're going to get a limited selection of maps, weapons, and basically like a small part of the multiplayer experience available early for people to access to test out the game, get rid of all the bugs, so that the full release of the game is as good as possible. Now, at the moment, the response for Infinite Warfare is interesting, to say the least. I'll be doing a video on this tomorrow talking about it a little bit more, but regardless of your opinion, it appears that since last year's beta was so successful, we are getting another one, which means if this trend continues, we could be getting a multiplayer beta for each Call of Duty for as far forward as we can look, which is only good news. Now, last year, if you pre-ordered Call of Duty Black Ops 3, you got to play the beta for a very good amount of time. There was level locks, I'm sure you guys remember, and as the days went on, the level locks got higher and higher and higher, so there was a lot of stuff to unlock and do within the beta, and I'm sure it's going to be just as comprehensive this year for Infinite Warfare. Now, at the moment, this hasn't even been confirmed. This has been found, as I showed you guys on that image right at the beginning, just on like the back of a pre-order card, so we haven't got many details. However, for those of you guys that are wondering what the multiplayer experience will be like on the very little information we've got so far, Infinity Ward, the developers of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, actually invited down some Call of Duty casters and some Call of Duty Pro players to play an early build of multiplayer to see what they think. Now, obviously, this is a very early stage, and generally, if somebody invites you to play the game early, you're not going to say it's bad, but if you have a look at some of the tweets that went out here, everybody gave it positive reviews and said, if anything, it plays very similarly to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, for me, personally, I love Black Ops 3. I think it is maybe my top, if not second best Call of Duty game ever. I just love how it feels, how it plays, how consistent it is. So if anybody, especially from the pro player side, is comparing the game to Black Ops 3, that is only good news, my friends. Now, at the moment, the only way that appears to get you access to the beta is through pre-ordering the game. If you get one of those cards and on the back it has a code and it doesn't tell you what that code is for, make sure you keep it, because that code will most likely give you access to the beta once it becomes available, so do not lose it. If any other methods of getting access to the beta become available from this point onwards, leading up to when it actually happens, I will let you guys know. But last year happened around about August time, so I'd expect it to happen at a similar time this year if you want to get a little bit of an early access and an early taste of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So let me know what you guys think. Is this something you're happy to see return, or do you think that when it was a beta last year, it ruined the full release of the game because you played the game so much beforehand? Let me know down below in the comment section. It's worth noting that last year was the first year that PlayStation got early access to all of the DLC, so the beta happened about a few weeks earlier before on PlayStation and then a little bit later on Xbox. Since that contract still stands between PlayStation and Activision, the Infinite Warfare beta will most likely happen first on PlayStation 4, then a little bit later on Xbox and PC, just worth noting. So guys, if you want to check out more videos, they'll be on screen right here, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video.